It just said, hey, at real Donald Trump, I oppose civil asset forfeiture too. Why don't you try to destroy my career, you fascist loofah-faced gibbon? Well, I was sitting in caucus and we were discussing the calendar for the session that day in the Senate. And every once in a while, the discussion becomes a little boring. We're discussing a bill that I sort of know about already, or that doesn't affect my constituents very much, or whatever it is. So I was a little bored, and when I get bored, I look at my phone like most Americans do, and I was looking at the news, and I saw the story that Donald Trump threatens to destroy career of state senator. I'm like, what? I'm a state senator. What does that mean? And so I look at it, and I read that he's threatened this Texas legislator for pushing a civil asset forfeiture reform bill, and I'm pushing a civil asset forfeiture reform bill. I think it's a horrible violation of our constitutional rights. And I'm like, he threatened to destroy the career of someone for disagreeing with him politically. And it made me angry, and it was sort of overlaid because this wasn't just a once and done thing that he did. This is who he is. With, last 2 years and longer of watching him bully people, threaten people, delegitimize people, lie about people, just behave in ways that normal, decent human beings don't behave. And all of that sort of resulted in a wave of anger sweeping over me. And I was like, I have to sort of spread this story, so I linked it, and my comment was the outpouring of the emotions I felt as best I could do in 140 characters. I mean, the insult was sort of goofy, but the desire to express the fullness of what I felt about him based on everything he's done, I think was exactly what I was trying to say. It's actually an ancient Scottish insult. I mean, at least I guess you can draw a line between that and conduct that he has done metaphorically, but that wasn't what I was thinking when I did the tweet. I was just thinking, like, how can I, calling him an asshole just seemed too unoriginal and pedestrian. It could have been, a million other things, but it just wound up. That is the moment the muse spoke to me, and that's what I wrote. No, I don't. I have called people gibbons shockingly infrequently in my life. This is reserved for him. And really, it's like being loofah-faced. It's not really a specific thing. I mean, and that's why, one of the things I point out is that there's no such thing as someone who's loofah-faced or whatever. The fascist part's real. But, I mean, Donald Trump, when he insults people, they're real things. I mean, when he mocks a disabled person, they're really disabled, for example. When he mocks John McCain for being a prisoner of war, he really was a prisoner of war. So this is a much more benign, and the point wasn't the specifics of the insult, it was the general gestalt of, this man is a horrendous monster. And I want to express that. And I want to express that in conjunction with a feeling of like, I, at least for one, am sick of it, and I'm not going to take it anymore, and I'm not going to be afraid of you, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. It depends. I mean, if you would ask me under President Obama or President Bush even, or if Mitt Romney had been elected, or Jeb Bush or John McCain or whoever, I would have said there is a level of decorum that you should maintain. But we're way beyond that now. There are no more lines with him. You saw him order people to beat the crap, quote, out of people at his rallies who were protesting. You've seen him, threaten people time and time again, and bully people, and call women disgusting pigs and filthy animals. Those are quotes. And call his political enemies all sorts of names. You've seen I'm sure you saw the TV commercials during the campaign where you have Donald Trump up there on TV saying, and you can tell them they can go F themselves at a big speech, okay? So at this point, we're tired of playing by, Marquis of Queensberry rules and being dainty when this guy is just running roughshod over everybody. The only way to fight bullies, and you learn this in the schoolyard in second grade, and it applies to adulthood, although you hope you run into fewer bullies as adults. But you have to fight bullies head on. You can't dance around that. And I think that is what people are responding to in my tweet. It's time to fight this guy head on. And stop being, oh, geez, we can't say something bad about the president when he's not acting like a president.